Thank you very much, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Premier, our first responders know that seconds matter. Our first responders suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, seconds can feel a lot longer. That's why they're frustrated by the government's stubborn unwillingness to support a good idea when they see it. Speaker, the Minister of Labour said, and I quote, "I'm convinced that we must do a combination of what's envisioned in Bill 2 with some improvements to it." So, Speaker, why won't the Minister and the Government House Leader simply bring Bill 2 to committee where we can amend it and help our heroes with PTSD as soon as possible?
Thank you. Premier.
Minister of Labour.
Minister of Labour.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you to the member for this question on this very, very important issue. We all know that PTSD is an issue that disproportionately affects frontline workers in this province and throughout this country. We owe it to them to ensure they have the protections in place as well as the coverage in place. Speaker, the members referenced Bill 2 that was brought to this House by the member from Parkdale High Park. That, Speaker, is a good bill. That's part of the solution. It's what we need to do is ensure that we have protections in place that not only treat those people that have contracted PTSD, but also ensure we have a system in place that makes sure that we prevent people from getting PTSD in the first place. Speaker, what I want to bring back to this House is a bill that makes Ontario a leader. We're very close to that, Speaker. A lot of people have worked very hard on this, including the first responders themselves. I think what we're going to do, Speaker, is end up leading the country in this, and I'm proud of that.
Supplementary.
Thank you. Back to the Premier. We already have a bill on the table, as been mentioned, with full opposition support. If you have improvements to the bill, let's do it at committee. Let police officers, firefighters, EMS, personnel and correction officers explain to Ontarians how post-traumatic stress disorder impacts their lives. Instead, you want to introduce your own bill, hold consultations away from the public. Speaker, they're delaying presumptive legislation, and first responders of all stripes are tired of waiting. There's no need to go back to square one. So, Speaker, to the Minister, or to the Premier, why don't our first responders deserve the chance to share their stories directly with the people that they have sworn to protect? You owe it to them. Let's do it now.
Thank you. Minister.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you once again to the member for that question. I certainly would share the end sentiment that he expressed, that we owe it to the first-line responders in this province to ensure that they get the treatment they deserve. They're the people that put their lives on a daily basis on the line for us, and we owe it to them. We understand that. But I'll be very, very frank with you, Speaker. Bill 2, in my estimation, is not good enough for the first responders in this province. We can do better than that. We know how to do better than that. We've brought experts to bear in this issue, Speaker, that are bringing us expertise in this regard. At the end of this process, we're going to have all the good parts of Bill 2, and we're going to have the prevention aspects in one comprehensive strategy that's going to make this province a leader, do something this House will be proud of.